Hey, this is Prometheus giving you the third and final breakdown of the Tom Flores playbook. The final formation is going to be near. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and flip this play and basically let's take a look at the audibles, and then we'll take a look at some of the plays that we're going to use to complement our audibles. Alright, so this is going to be the near right formation, and basically we have about four different plays that we can choose from. Standard, stock, slants, audible. That's why I've always break down slants, because it's a play that you should be able to utilize in your playbook. The halfback inside, which is got a nice little run in between the guard and the tackle on the outside of the center, so that's a nice little run right there. Texas plays are always great because you got a halfback angle in a way that the tight end goes right in between. The seam is really good against the cover 2, and then you have the play action strong flow. Now the base plays I'm actually going to use, I'm going to stay away from the counter. I probably could use that, but I'm going to go ahead and stay away from that. What I want to do is I want to force my opponent to defend against the toss. The toss play on this particular set has got some unique blocking. It just really gets out there far. It just causes your opponent a lot of problems. So I want to make them defend against that. And then the other pass play we're going to have is the fullback circle, primarily because I've got a corner route with the tight end that I can use against man coverage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first running play. Is going to be my base play. Is going to be the toss. Alright, so with the toss play, what I like to do is I like to take my best blocking wide receiver, which is Andre Johnson. I'm going to put him on the toss side with that toss play. And really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at the box. On this particular play, what I'll do is I'll take Johnson and put him in a block right there. And if I do have a defender actually cheating down, that means the guard is going to pick him up and bust it for a big yardage. So this is actually really good. It's going to force your opponent to consider the outside right here and try to defend against it, putting defenders in that area. Once you start seeing your opponent stacking a line to the other side, what you can do is you can go ahead and audible into the standard audible, which is inside zone. And basically that's going to go ahead and take me right up the middle, off the tackle. I can pretty much go either way I want. The great thing about this play, it is a two-headed run, and you can basically go right or the left and pick up some pretty good yards with this running scheme. Alright, so your first audible is going to be slants. Once again, simple setup. Go ahead, take your tight end, either fade him or streak him up, and then go ahead to hit your backside wide receiver, put him on a deep comeback route. Going to go ahead and look for the guy over the middle. Should be able to pick up some easy yards against it if your opponent's not defending against it. If it is man coverage, you should have that deep comeback route to be able to pick up some monster yards on a deep comeback route. Alright, so the next audible is going to be the Texas play, and what I like about this is that you can hit certain areas against your opponent. You can leave this play stock. Really all I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking over at Johnson first. Off coverage generally means it might be some kind of a zone coverage, so really what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the angle route by the running back, and then if it's cover 2, Graham is going to be going right down the middle of the seam. You'll be able to pick up easy yards for that for the cover 2. So as you can see right here, the easy check down with the running back is going to be right there for easy yards. If it is man coverage, you should be able to pick up an easy first down with that hitch route. And if the seam is wide open, you can go ahead and hit your opponent for some huge yards if he goes into a cover 2. And if your opponent starts really defending against that side, you can always go hit the fullback and the flat on the other side. And the final audible is going to be the play action strong flow. Since I'm using a right-handed quarterback, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple adjustments where I'm going to basically have 2 reads on this formation, or on this play. I'm going to go ahead and take my running back and put him a swing route. I'm going to take my tight end and actually put him on a slant route. And really I'm going to be looking at the running back first. If nobody comes out in the flat or no defender follows him, I'm going to go ahead and dump the ball down to him. If there is a defender in his area, I'm going to go ahead and look up to Graham and see if I can hit him on the slant route. Very easy reads. Got Graham to be able to check up, able to pick up a good 20 yards on that. Real easy audible right there. You got Graham again, easy yards. So if he's in a cover 3, you've got that underneath route by the running back, able to pick up some fairly easy yards with that play. And the deep crossing route by the wide receiver could be wide open, the check back on the other side, but I'd rather just focus on the two routes on the right. So, you know, this is a nice little play that you actually can incorporate into the scheme and force your opponent to actually go ahead and defend the right side of the field if he starts picking up tendencies to the left. And the final play we're going to look at is going to be the fullback circle. And basically, I'm only going to do one thing. I'm going to go ahead and take my wide receiver and put him either on a drag route or basically on a slant route. And the reason I do this is because if I have some kind of man coverage, it's going to clear me out for that tight end corner route. So as you can see right here, I've got some depth with that. Tight end should be naked, which he is right there. But if you do a drag route, what's going to happen is that defender is going to come down quicker, leaving that corner route wide open. Now, against zone, you've got a blocker, a really good blocker, and a fullback who's going to have to defend against that crossing route. Or you could just hit the fullback right away as he comes up behind the line of scrimmage to pick up some easy yards to the right side. And you got a really unique hitch route that will get nice little separation against your opponent if he goes into man coverage. So I hope you like this breakdown. Once again, it really just going to depend. The success of this formation and the scheme is going to depend on my ability to run the ball. If my opponent is able to shut down my run, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to be successful with this scheme because I can't be in a lot of third and long situations because I don't have a lot of time to get rid of the ball. I won't be able to watch my developments to the third or fourth level. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. You're going to be able to go ahead and see a full game breakdown, a scheme of this, where I'm going to be going ahead and using my 34 defensive scheme, and this scheme solely, this playbook solely against my opponent. Once again, I really appreciate all my supporters and subscribers, and until next time.